Welcome everyone to the Wheels Museum on this gorgeous March 1st. We can't believe it's already March 1st, 2025. The railroad came here in 1880. So if you can add and subtract, you'll know how many years it was since that started. 145 years, and here we are today. And I'm very thrilled to be able to tell you that we have some of the best news we've ever had. After 30 years of working on this project as a volunteer and mostly sleepless nights, having worked with 4 mayors and 4 governors and many legislators and certainly thousands of people in the community, we have really, really optimistic news. We have been meeting with a lady named Kristen Gardner, who is with General Services of the City of Albuquerque, and we met with her on Thursday to discuss the repairs that are needed in the Wheels Museum building. This building was built in 1915, so here we are 2025. So we need repairs in the bathrooms, we need roof repairs and other things that are vital to our continuing our work as volunteers here and serving our community. And she has been wonderful to us, and she and her staff of Anthony Villanueva and Nathan Martinez, who runs that department, are going to be meeting with us every 2 weeks now. This is a huge step of support by the city for the Wheels Museum. And not only are they going to be working on repairs, but they're going to be helping us to get the power for our track. We recently were able to secure capital outlay for 440 feet of track just east of the building here, with the premise of putting 5 private rail cars behind the Wheels Museum that would be used for exhibits, excursions, storage, and that would be an economic assist for us, and also obviously philosophically to have these train cars here that are so important to our site and the meaning of our site, and to have new people coming into Albuquerque and supporting Albuquerque, being interested in us and being friends of ours. So we're very, very thrilled that we're going to get the power to do that. We need a transformer, we need higher electrical power than we have here on the site presently, and we're going to be able to get that and water, and we hope added security and some new gates. So that's a huge, huge thank you to the people who are working for the city who are making this happen, and our friends working so closely together. And then the next thing that we're working on with the city is the Babbitt and Welding Shop. And we're putting $70,000 right now of capital outlay into the planning of the Babbitt and Welding Shop. So we are supplying to the city a great many pieces of information about what we've done so far, the numbers of model trains. For example, I went to the O-Gauge train fellows who run the O-Gauge train. I asked them, about how many O-Gauge cars and locomotives do we have? And it's close to 1,000. So we have a magnificent O-Gauge layout now with all these cars, and we're constantly getting new cars. Someone just donated an 8-car consist of Amtrak trains that is absolutely gorgeous. There are foreign people they won this in a raffle. This train consist, it's beautiful, and they gave it to Wheels Museum, which is an extremely generous donation on their part, and they are here helping us as well. So we have 1,000 train cars of the HO as well, about 1,000 cars of O and of HO. We also have N scale, Z scale, garden scale. We have a train that was given to us not too long ago that is a garden scale train that can hold about 16 people. We have it in storage now. We're getting it cleaned up and fixed up. We have the train that goes around for 25 people. We have a train car in here. So our next step will be to get the actual train cars here on the site, and the city is helping us with that. We're very, very happy. The Babbitt shop, as I mentioned, with the welding shop, we're looking for all the information that will support our getting that building. The mayor has said yes to us. We're going to need about $5 million to make that happen. So we're trying to show the city and the state and hopefully other contributors to the project that we're ready for that. This will be an arm of the Wheels Museum. It's part of the Wheels Museum because we're being offered some wonderful, wonderful exhibits and displays that we don't have room for. And the last thing I want to do is say no to anyone. I think to say no to someone who wants to give something to the city of Albuquerque through the Wheels Museum that is from a beloved grandfather. Last week we got $10,000 worth of HO trains, antiques that are magnificent. So when that person walks into Wheels Museum, The last thing I want to do is say, no, we can't take it, we don't have room for it. You lose a friend, you lose a supporter, and you lose all the history and the magnificence of that donation. So we need extra space. Something else fabulous has happened this week. We are very, very, very thrilled that Dale Decker's firm has offered at no charge to do renderings of the machine shop. So his architect, Chris Santa Croce, who's highly experienced in this kind of work, and certainly it's a very, very generous gift, is going to start doing renderings of the machine shop. That is the big project on the rail yards. That's about a $120 million project where we hope to have steam locomotives, airplanes, automobiles, trucks, food exhibits, other museums involved with us, educational facilities, space to do events. This will be the largest attraction, we hope, in the West. So that's our next big step, is the machine shop. It's 166,000 feet on the ground, 5 stories high. We have 800,000 square feet there. I truly think we could fill it now on the ground floor, size of 4 football fields, if the building were ready. Many people have offered us everything from, a museum has offered us 20 airplanes. We have many things that are at our fingertips for our citizens, for the world, as soon as we can get this building ready. We had a lot of fun last week. We had 4 young men in from Latvia. We're getting people in every week from all over the world, in addition to hundreds of people from Albuquerque and New Mexico and around the United States. This coming week we have 3 school groups coming in, and it's going to be very, very busy. Today we have the Model T talk. We have a talk today about the Las Lunas Mystery Stone. We're doing many book signings. I'm very flattered to be getting calls from people. It used to be that I had to beg people to talk, and now they're calling us to want to talk. We're doing a lot of musical events. If you have an idea for an event, please call me at 505-243-6269. We're very, very busy, and we're trying to be more busy and help as many people as we can. We're working with a lot of special needs people, autistic people. If you know anyone in that category who'd like to come in here and work and be with us, we mentor all kinds of people. Little children come in, they want to work here, but you have to be old enough to do it, maybe 16. Some students come with their parents, and the parents sit down and help. There's one wonderful young fellow, and he comes in with his mother, who's from the Ukraine, and she actually, while he's working, I find her dusting and cleaning and vacuuming, and it's amazing that she's willing to help like that. And she said that she feels like she's very much at home here when she comes into Wheels Museum. So it's flattering to us to be able to help the community. And if you haven't been here, please come in and see us. We're open Monday through Thursday morning from 9 to 12, and we're open Saturdays 9 to 2. And now starting in May through October, we'll be open on Sundays 9 to 2. And we're gonna need a lot of extra volunteers, so if you wanna volunteer, that's great fun too. We'd love to have you. So I wanna thank everyone for the support, and especially the city. We have heard we're going to get capital outlay from the state this year, and I don't know how much yet, but everything helps us to keep this building going and to provide new space for what we're trying to do for our community in this place that is the reason that Albuquerque and New Mexico became a modern city and state. I had a call today from Grants, New Mexico. I had called them, and a very, very nice lady named Mrs. Hanson, who works with Main Street and many other projects in Grants, is very excited about the idea of bringing cars for a display and for shows and all kinds of events here to Albuquerque, to Wheels Museum. So this is a statewide project, and if you're in another city in New Mexico or even anywhere in the West, we're all about the Four Corners area too, and you want to do a car show here or come to give a talk, or have you written a book, give us a call. We're here for the West. Thank you very, very much. Sometimes we get things that are so valuable to us and so special to us, and someone came in this week with a Fred Harvey menu with the Navy insignia on it. And this is from World War II. And the beginning of it says, "For victory by U.S. War Savings Bonds and Stamps." At the Wheels Museum, we have a very special exhibit of World War II, depicting the men who worked here and died here, and Men worked here 24 hours a day during World War II, repairing 40 locomotives a month to bring them for the war effort. And Fred Harvey was very instrumental in all of this, and he helped feed the troops. And so this is a menu that someone brought. So not as historic, but to me it's extremely emotional to think of the people who died in World War II, and here we were, though, trying to save them, trying to have the war bonds and the war stamps. So if you come to Wheels, we'd love to show you this menu, but I'll just tell you, here's an idea. If you wanted a deluxe hamburger on a toasted bun with grilled onions, a dill pickle, coleslaw, and French fried potatoes, it would set you back 30 cents. So this is the 40s. It's a little bit different now. I think we had a hamburger the other day at one of the fast food places. Cost us less than that, almost 20 bucks. So it was 30 cents at that time. Now, if you're a little bit more fancy, if you'd like a pie for dessert with cheese, it'll cost you 25 cents. If you would like to have something real fancy, the fried jumbo scallops with the tartar sauce, and you'd have the soup, tomato juice, consomme, and fruit cocktail, $1.25. So I wish I could offer that to you now. Maybe one of these days we'll have an Alvarado meal, but you'll have to pay, I'm sad to say, a little bit more than that to get it. Filet mignon with the mushroom sauce will be $2. And you'll have a salad, you'll have an eclair, many, many good things. Lamb chops with bacon and, now that I've never heard of that, lamb chops with bacon and French fried potatoes will be 95 cents. Ham and eggs with potatoes and toast, 85 cents. The Mexican plate, which will be a tamale, chili con carne, an enchilada and rice, and a salad, 85 cents. So it's very indicative. When I teach children, I talk to them about the prices and what did people make in those days and what kind of food did they have. So if you were rich, you could come to the Alvarado Hotel and you could have these gorgeous, gorgeous meals. Sadly, the Alvarado Hotel was torn down about 1970. We do have a wonderful, wonderful model of the Alvarado Hotel here. We have the original dishes. We have 2 mannequins of Harvey girls. There were 100,000 Harvey girls that came out west to civilize the West. In that exhibit, we show the Alvarado Hotel, which was built by a man named Dan Keith by hand. He and his wife built that model. It shows the trains going around. So it's really a gorgeous exhibit with many signs and pictures and photographs of that era and of the Alvarado Hotel. It's very, very, very special. So I just wanted to show you that for fun and tempt you to eat something good that would come from the Alvarado Hotel. Next week, we're going to have something really, really fun. It's the model car swap meet from 9 to 2. So if you or any of your family members like model cars, kids would love it to come and see this. 9 to 2, there's no charge for it here at the Wheels Museum. And also the truck club is meeting that day at 9 o'clock. So if you're interested in the Antique Truck Club, it's super fun, I think. So many people drive trucks and they're interested in trucks and old trucks, and trucks are very important in the West, we know that. And so they're meeting at 9 o'clock on March 8th as well. So you're welcome to come to see both those events. That's going to be super, super fun. On the 15th, we have Randy Dunson coming to talk about the Berlin Cutoff. He's written an incredible book with gorgeous pictures about the Berlin Cutoff. That's at 10. And at 12, please stay until 12 because Martin Matlack is going to come to talk about, he's going to show pictures of this rail yard that he started taking when he was in college, and he's probably my age now or close to it, so very interesting. And he called me the other day, and he said, Liba, I have 37 years of Trains magazine. And he said to me, do you know what Trains magazine is? I said, yeah, I know what Trains magazine. Yeah. But anyway, and most of them are bound. So he's going to be bringing us 37 years worth of Trains magazine, which is the history of trains of all those years. Very fascinating. So we have things like that at Wheels Museum. Sometimes we give away magazines about trains and we give them to children or anybody who's interested. We have a train library. We have an automobile library. We have a free children's library. So if you have things like that that you want to give or that you want to see and you want to sit down and read in our library or check out books from our library, you're welcome to do that. These are things that have been donated to us that we want to help the community with these things. If you have children's books you want to donate, we'd love to have children's books. So 3 libraries here. On the 22nd of March, the TCA, which is the Model Train Club, is coming at 9 in the morning. Of course, that's free. If you're interested in trains, you're welcome to come to that. Very, very fun. And at noon, we have a woman named Liz Mangwell who's coming to tell stories, and that should be a great event too. So I hope you'll come for that. On the 29th of March, we have Donatella Devanza. She has done a PhD in the study of Route 66, has 15,000 pictures of Route 66. She'll be coming in to talk to us at 10. At 12, Jose Ponce is going to come in, and he's going to play music for us. That's $10. He came last week. For 2 hours, he sat there, and people loved it. We had a full crowd. His music is incredible. It's very delightful. It's about New Mexico. Some of it's kind of rock and roll. He's the kindest person you can imagine, and wonderful, wonderful music. And he's head of the New Mexico Music Awards, and he's also a book author. So that's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event on the 29th as well. So that's what's coming up for March. And we also have a lot of birthday parties scheduled. We do birthday parties for every age. We've had them for 3 years old to 90 years old, and we give free train rides, and that's a lot of fun. So weddings and birthday parties and corporate events, we do them all here. And if you want to have a good time, come. I think I've said before, the worst problem we have at Wheels Museum is children cry when they have to leave. So come in, it's a lot of fun. Thank you.